like Shorty like $1,000 plate, fine china. Tell her that she beautiful every day. I remind her. I jump in a like a lake. I'm a diver. And her last man was a cat of a joke. I get lost in her eyes like dust from the sky. It's her body or nobody. I refuse to compromise. So if she leaves, I'ma like, oh, she'll die. Did I say that out loud? I'm so crazy about mine. Going insane. Feel you picking up and moving things inside my brain.
So they think I wanna die.
Allie.
Today's Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018.
And INFocus starts right now. Welcome to INFocus. I'm Noor Navaid.
And I'm Sarah Nash.
With everyone super busy because of Spirit Week, there are no announcements for today's campus bulletin.
So let's get right into what happened yesterday.
Yesterday's rally was a lot of fun, but today's kicked it up a notch. The two games today were knee trembler and pony hop.
The objective of knee trembler is to get the most tennis balls possible into a hoop on the ground. Participants from each grade held the tennis balls between their knees and waddled to the hoops a few feet away. The seniors won this contest, juniors got second, and freshmen and sophomores tied for third.
Pony hop asks one member from each grade to hop on an inflatable pony down the track. The first pony to cross the finish line wins. Sophomores won, followed by seniors, freshmen, and juniors.
Unfortunately, the scores from today have not been reported yet, so hopefully tomorrow we'll have the standings.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute. Well, just when we thought we'd seen the worst in hurricanes this year, another one has sprung. It's been reported that Hurricane Willa is nearing the Pacific coast of Mexico as a Category 4 storm, bringing the potential for life-threatening storm surge, wind, and torrents of rain. Willa weakened slightly yesterday afternoon, but the National Hurricane Center warns it is still expected to be a dangerous major hurricane. Willa's maximum sustained winds ticked down from 160 miles per hour to 145 miles per hour, bringing the hurricane down from Category 5 strength to Category 4. Its current intensity is about the same as Hurricane Michael's when it made landfall in Florida's Panhandle less than 2 weeks ago.
Turkish and Saudi officials have found 2 suitcases and various other materials Tuesday in the abandoned Saudi consulate car at the Istanbul Sultan Gazi district parking lot, according to Turkey's state news agency Anadolu. It was not immediately clear whether any of the items belonged to Khashoggi, a Washington Post columnist and Saudi national who disappeared after visiting the consulate in Istanbul. Turkish officials suspect Khashoggi was killed and dismembered inside the consulate by Saudi agents on October 2nd. On video footage shows that he did not appear to be carrying belongings when he entered the consulate that day. The search of the vehicle in the car park has been halted and will resume on Wednesday morning. A new survey has found that meat-free burgers contain high levels of salt, exceeding recommended limits, when looking at the salt content of vegetarian and vegan alternatives to meat. The UK group Action on Salt has found that burgers made from meat substitutes contained an average of 0.89 grams of salt per serving. Real beef burgers average 0.75 grams per portion, which is 0.14 grams less. The group, based at Queen Mary University of London, studied 157 meat-free products from major retailers and found that 28% of meat-free products had higher salt levels than guideline targets set by Public Health England.
Well, every time I see you on your iPhone, but today we're going back 17 years.
You're not wrong. And Ori Nearpaz, our very own resident historian, has been learning more about Apple's history.
What do you have for us today, Ori?
Thanks, Noor and Sarah. Today I'll take you back to 2001. On this day, just 17 years ago, the first iPod player was announced by Apple. It has become the world's best-selling portable media player. Already 6 years after it was launched initially, Apple announced that 100 million devices had been sold. Though the company has been criticized for its aggressive policies, forcing users to only use the original batteries and preventing users to share content freely with others. We can certainly see the iPod's influence on the shape of Apple, which had just recently released the iPhone XS and XS Max. I certainly love my iPhone. Sarah and Noor, back to you.
Thanks, Ori.
Well, I don't recall Jason announcing any scores yesterday.
No, you're right. But Max Baumstarter probably doesn't have a lot for us today then. What's happening today, Max?
Well, Sarah and Noor, today's girls JV volleyball is away at Homestead at 5:30. They are followed up by girls varsity at 6:45. Moving on, we have a few home games for you to check out during Spirit Week. Our girls varsity field hockey team is at home facing Lynbrook at 3:30. Finally, our girls varsity water polo team plays in the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League tournament today at Pali. Action begins at 5:40. That's all I got for you, Noor and Sarah. Back to you.
Well, thanks for that, Max. Our daily picks have been lacking lately.
And it being Spirit Week, we would love to see everyone's outfits.
So remember, anyone can send in a daily pick. Simply tweet it to them tweet it to us at INFocus.
Our meteorologist Ingrid Paichow is in the studio now with today's weather report.
Ingrid, what can we expect out there today?
Hour at the humidity stands at 77%. For tomorrow and Thursday, the highs are going to be 71 and 73, and the lows are going to be 53 and 53. So the thing is, with Spirit Week, you see that we're going to have a lot of outfits that are not going to include a lot of cold weather clothing. So make sure to bring a jacket or something. Now looking at our 5 cats, you can see the highs are going to stand at 71, 73, and going up until 79. And the lows are going to remain in the low 50s. Now look at the Bay Area temperatures. You can see the San Francisco and Oakland are still chilly, but you can see the Palo Alto and San Jose are also going to be chilly for the most part. The highs are going to stand in the mid-60s, the 60s, while the lows are going to remain in the low 50s. That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Till next time, have a great day, Pally.